What's going on, guys? It's me, Master Games here, and before we even start off, I'd like to mention, I was right. I said I was going to upload at least 3 times this week in last episode, and this is my second upload for the week. This should be going up on Thursday, but I would just like to say I told you so. But in today's video, we're talking about, ready? Pepsi. No, I'm just kidding. We're not talking about that. That meme is dead already. I'm not even going to talk about that. But what we're actually talking about is the United Airlines flight. If you didn't know, I mean, this is almost as big as Pepsi. I mean, what had happened was pretty much, United Airlines, they overbooked a flight, and they had to seat some employees, flight attendants or something like that. So they offered $800 overnight hotel and a free ticket to get off the plane and go the next day, so they could fit and seat those flight attendants. Well, let's just say one little Asian guy, he didn't like that. He refused to leave. They picked him to leave, and boy, that was a bad idea, refusing. So he refused, so a flight attendant pretty much dragged him off the plane in such a horrible manner that actually sucks. I hope he goes and sues them, my personal opinion. But we're going to talk about the pros and cons in this situation, and was that guy in the wrong? Who's actually in the wrong, United Airlines or the little Asian guy who didn't get off? So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, and let's get started. So the first thing that I'm going to bring up is, why did he have to even get off? So what flighting companies do, y'all just call them that, flighting companies, what they do is they purposely overbook a plane because there are always some people who don't show up. There's usually a lot of people on every flight who just don't show up, so they overbook to get the most money as possible. Well, you can see why that can be bad, because what happens if someone, decides, everyone decides, I'm gonna be an adult today, and I'm gonna get on that plane I was supposed to go to. So then what happens? Like, they must feel stupid. The flighting company must feel fucking stupid, because now they have a full plane, and they overbooked, and now they have more people they have to seat. So what do? Do they seat the people who were a part of the overbooking and or booked their flight last, or do they kick off the people who, were first? They were like, I'm going to be an adult today, and I'm going to book it as early as possible. Which ones do you kick off? Well, luckily, there were no actual people, or how do I put this? There were no actual civilians, who didn't get their seat when the overbooking happened. It was the flight attendants. So obviously the flight attendants had to be relocated, but yeah, that's pretty much, the flight attendants had to be relocated to a different location. And they asked everyone, hey, who wants to give up their seat for $800, a hotel and a free hotel night and a free ticket for your next flight? And by the way, the ticket for this airplane ride was only 147 euros. That's about $152, right? Who wouldn't say no, right? I would accept that offer. I mean, as long as I didn't have to be there that next day. Like, maybe if it was a funeral, I would say no, right? So everyone says no, though, so they start picking people. I don't know, fucking eeny, meeny, miny, mowing. Eeny, meeny, mowing their asses. Wow, that sounds really weird. And 3 people get off, they get off, take the $800, free hotel, 5-star hotel, maybe 4, 3, 2, maybe it's just a Motel 6, so, Motel 6, they get their flight, first class, next day, first thing in the morning, but one guy didn't, and apparently he was a doctor, and he really had to get back to his patients. So what he did was he pretty much threw a fit and decided, I don't accept. Nope. I do not accept. I have to be somewhere. I don't accept this offer, and I am not leaving. Not at all. You're not going to catch me leaving. And what are they going to do? They have to seat the flight attendants. They actually have to seat them. Because if there are no flight attendants on the flight, what happens if it crashes? What happens if there's turbulence? There's no one to keep them calm. There's no one to serve them. Do you realize the flight attendants have to be on the flight? No matter what, they have to have their asses on that flight. Do they not fucking realize that? They have to be on the flight. Well, apparently they don't fucking realize that, and they just take things into their own hands. Dude, calm down. I mean, I know you're a doctor and you have to be there, but, dude, yeah, you have to give up your seat, dude. It's a good offer. He really didn't have to cry about it, and of course, they had to get him off the flight, so they dragged him off, and it was pretty bloody, right? But to keep, the ad people on my videos, I have to be, PG-13, so I can't show the video. Actually, I probably could have probably play it a couple of times, but, they had to drag him off, and I think they could have gone a better way of doing it. But do you not realize they had to drag him? He would not stand up. You realize when that little kid is throwing the fit in the candy aisle and you see their parents having to drag him? Yeah, that's what they had to do. He didn't have to get hurt. He didn't have to get dragged. All he had to do is stand up. Midway through the dragging, he would have been fine. That's all he had to do. Now, guys, think about this. Let's say you are an Uber driver and you have to pick someone up. They have to go 20 miles across town. And you just realized, let's say your sibling was hospitalized and you're the only one that can go there right now and you have to be there at the hospital. You tell the person who's getting the ride, hey man, you have to get out, I'm sorry. I just have to get to my family. They say, well, no, I want a refund. And you're like, okay, we'll give you a refund. Here, also give you $5 if you get the fuck out. No, I don't have to. But it's my car. Right? Do you not realize the airline companies own that plane? They can kind of make you do whatever they want to make you do. Do they not realize that at all? It's just like if that Uber situation actually ever happened, they have to get out. I mean, it's your car just like it's their airline. They pretty much rule you while we're in this airplane. So in my opinion, things could have gone better, but I have to put some blame on that doctor for not getting out when they told him to. I mean, sorry, dude, but you kind of have to. This is just my opinion on things. I honestly think it could have gone better. Whose fault is it? It's both of their faults. I mean, I would also like to say it's equally their faults, but I have to say it's the airline fault a bit more because the airline did go crazy by dragging him. They should not have dragged him. They should have just forced him up, and I know they did force him up, but what I mean is they should have said, I have to drag you off if you don't stand up. They give him a good tug or just move him, shake him, say get off, and then they can go on dragging because they really didn't do that much. But it's that guy who was on the airline's fault for just not getting off. But hey, that's just my opinion. That's how I stand on it. I really wanted to make a video on it because it was personally crazy and messed up in both ways. Both people really messed up there. So guys, that's really all I have to say about it. Sorry I was getting far away from my mic there. I noticed with my new mic, which is the Blue Snowball Ice mic, you have to be very close to it. So in last video, I got really far away from it for a second, and the bipod they give you is really small, or tripod, yeah, it's a tripod. The tripod they give you is really small, so you actually have to bend and get closer to it. Really sucks. So, I kind of just have to get used to it, talking close to the camera, until I can get a big rig that holds the mic up. So, that actually will suck, but, yeah, that's the only reason why I'm, getting really close up to my mic. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed or agreed with my opinion, make sure to smack the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. We're growing higher every day. And remember, if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna steal your fries, my dude. Peace.